Julius Malema dropped a bombshell against Ace Magashule. As a result, journalist and talk show host Karima Brown received rape and death threats from people she thought were F members. Malema said that the people who threatened Brown with violence were not F members, but that this did not mean she was not an F mole or F agent. She filed a criminal complaint against the police and appealed to the Independent Electoral Commission (IEC) to punish the F. The IEC invited her to its house for a voluntary conciliation procedure, but it was unsuccessful. Therefore, it appealed to the court to decide that Malema, Brown and the F had violated the rules of electoral conduct. Julius Malema, leader of economic freedom fighters, believes that moves like the decision by the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress to resign or suspend members accused of corruption are causing the ruling party to collapse, rather than to strengthen it. Malema warned that such a move would let the ANC collapse, rather than strengthen it. Referring to President Cyril Ramaphosa, Malema said he had been advised, adding that he believed the ANC had no idea that Ace Magashule's post as Secretary General would be included. Magashule, a man who rarely communicates such decisions, was restrained as he held a news conference with Ramaphosa to report on several changes in the party's corruption policy. These included a pledge to force the ANC members to face criminal charges, increased obligations for officials to declare their financial interests, and new restrictions on ANC leaders and their families who do business with the state. While the foundations for party-wide reform were being laid, several changes in party policy on corruption targeted Magashule, the man who communicated such decisions, and his family. He said the ANC was tempted to confine itself to steps that would boost voter confidence, rather than address the systemic problems that fuel corruption in the party. Experts expect Ramaphosa to introduce a new ANC policy that would force members to be charged with crimes, a move that would justify Magashule's arrest, if it comes to it. Magashule is a thorn in Cyril Ramaphosa's side and his reform program, a cancer at the heart of the ruling party that could jeopardize his prospects for a second term as president. Malema said the ANC offshoot chose Magashule despite allegations of corruption. Many of the ANC leaders implicated in corruption, including Magashule, who were elected with a cloud over their heads, did not step aside or opt out. The ANC structure elected him with a scandal on his head. Magashule has tried to extend the parameters of the ANC's stricter rules to members facing allegations of irregularities, including Ramaphosa, who is being prosecuted, but he and his supporters are likely to press the issue further at the National Executive Committee meeting this weekend. NEC. A senior ANC member who spoke under condition of anonymity vowed to press the ANC to start disciplinary proceedings against Magashule and retort the terms of his suspension by telling journalists and the public about the party's decision on the gag order imposed upon him. Ramaphosa told ANC lawmakers in Parliament he was shocked and dismayed by Magashule's attempt to suspend him. Malema called the removal of Magashule a terrible decision by the ruling party, adding that the move was good for the F. His defiance comes as the ANC stages a purge of the party from corruption, indiscipline and anarchy. This is not surprising given that former President Jacob Zuma and ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule conspire to weaken Cyril Ramaphosa and undermine his efforts to purge the party amid rumors of its involvement in the African Transformation Movement Party (ATM). Former ANC leader Mahima Pello, a Premier League member who supported Zuma in the suspension of provincial leadership in the Northwest, has also publicly defended Magashule's. The ANC leader is currently facing corruption allegations from his time as Prime Minister of the state. Malema went on to say that the structure of the ruling parties should be elected independently of the issues surrounding Magashule. He said he was elected to the post of Secretary General in front of many ANC members. Looking at the ANC's history, Magashule's behavior can be compared to that of Julius Malema, who was expelled for comments that President Jacob Zuma's leadership resembled that of former President Thabo Mbeki. Malema has not been used as a body within the ANC to attack his leadership since Magashule withdrew Ramaphosa's suspension. Instead, he was part of the radical economic transformation faction of the party coalition that united Zuma supporters marginalized by Ramaphosa's leadership and facing potential criminal charges for their alleged role in corruption during the two former presidents' two terms. The ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has instructed Secretary General Ace Magashule, who faces criminal charges of fraud, corruption, and money laundering, to notify all steps and resolutions on all ANC members. Cape Town F leader Julius Malema believes that ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and the National Executive Committee have made a huge mistake in insisting that his leaders who are prosecuted resign within 30 days or they risk being suspended. Malema asked journalists for their views on the ANC resolution, which calls for all members charged with corruption or other serious crimes to resign or be suspended within 30 days. The ANC NEC gave Ace Magashule and other members facing prosecution 30 days to resign from their posts or face punishment from the ruling party. When former ANC Youth League President Julius Malema appeared in August 2011 at a party discipline hearing in the Luthuli House, his supporters rushed to his defense. Malema was accompanied by F Chief Julius Malema's deputy Floyd Shivambu and F Secretary General Marshall Dlamini, who said the king was working to unite the Zulu nation. The ANC said its leader was there to unite a nation, not in a popularity contest.